Howdy folks, and welcome back to the Practical Microservices stream, where I am hoping that today we will finally wrap up fixing all this book code. The progress has been good over the last couple of times. Now it's just time to bring it home, hopefully. Maybe it'll be one more, not sure. Anyway, I'm just going to get right into it today. So this is where we left off yesterday. We had just committed in the distributed video tutorials folder, there's the front end and the back end projects in there. So we completed the back end one yesterday, so let's get in and finish the front end one. There's already some changes here because we did a blanket find in the project to change a few things. I'm going to add package lock so that I can diff all the other files. Yeah, so that's updating our dependencies there, and then the various requirings of the UUID library, specifically its v4 variant. And that seems to be all that we have so far, so we haven't dealt with camel casing the keys yet. That is fine. I think we can just leave the Docker container running there. So, let's see. How do we want to do this? I guess just go through it in order. I think it's all going to be in the index file of each of these, so that wouldn't be there to be down here. So let's do the same thing where we get ourselves set up with how this should look. So we're in app, admin, that puts us in app, that puts us at the root. That gets us to where the camel case keys update is. Let's get that into our buffer, and I don't want the new line that I think is in there. Maybe it isn't. All right, we got that. Authenticate. Quite a few things here, so I think it would go here if I'm following my convention. I just really want to make sure about this. But I can think through it, right? Where would we need to camel case things? Where do we actually use this? Yeah, it's wherever we have a query. So those queries could be... Oh, no, that's right, because the queries are just attached. Is that how we did that? I was really overzealous with this kind of stuff, wasn't I? So we create the actions, create the queries. And we would pass those into the actions. Yeah, and then the action would put the queries right into the context. Okay, so yeah, it's only going to be in the index files. Nothing in templates I wouldn't expect. Creators portal index, you're going to have it. And then I don't think express index one. Why would this be dealing with camel casing keys? No good reason, so it doesn't. Record viewings, register users. And it would only be things querying in... Okay, I'm mistaken there. Oh, register users does a query to see if the user's already there, which I wouldn't do it that way if I had it to do over again. And I might have it to do over again because we might do a second edition of the book. So, alright, that's that. Bin wouldn't have anything. Message store wouldn't. And is that it? I think that might be it. What about this test? Yeah, not there. Okay. Let's see what we get then. I'm not sure if we have installed the dependencies in this folder. It ran. That's a good sign. Or at least it hasn't crashed yet. Great. Let's log out. Did I click that? Thought I had. Let's register a new user. Hopefully this user doesn't already exist in this database. Registration worked. We can go to the creators. Ooh, we're not logged in. Oh, right, because we have to log in. To be logged in. Did I not do that right? Oh, no, it's not that. The backend isn't running, so the view data generation wouldn't have happened. So let's just make this as tiny as we possibly can here. Shove Docker all the way over there, and then we can make these two bigger. So if we go to that, fix book, code, distributed video tutorials, backend, and we start. Now that aggregation or view data generation should have happened, so if I go to log in, it will work. Turns out the system has to be running for it to work. Who would have thunk that? Okay, we're getting views there. Can go to the creators portal. Just pick that random zip file there and upload it. And then we have to reload the page. There's that. Give this a very serious name. There it is named. We can head back to the creators portal, and there's our video. Can we record views directly on a video? I don't remember. No. Okay. Fine. Alright, that's looking good. And logging out did work there. Okay, good. Good. I just keep saying okay, good a lot. That's alright. Let's close that. We can go ahead and close that one, because we're going to restart it in just a second in a different location, of course. Let's have a look at what we changed here. Docker Compose is untracked. I think I said that in this chapter the Docker Compose would live with the backend. Let's verify that before making things worse. So deploying, distributing the system. So 201 is where we talk about that. We list bad reasons to distribute. I don't think I talk about it, but if I'm adding the file that wasn't there before, that's fine, so we'll just get rid of it. And we'll add the camel case files, and then we can go through all of these in turn and see what was good. So we're getting rid of linting, updating dependencies, camel case keys change, UID. I'm not going to say these all, I'm just going to look at them, and if you're watching, you'll watch. Basically, I'm just looking for something that seems amiss, like some trailing white space, or a line that's not there, or the change is different than it ought to have been. And that seems to not be the case, so let's go ahead and commit all of these. So, shoot. Let's close that real quick. How did I word this before? Distributed video tutorials backend is corrected, okay. So in this case, it would be distributed video tutorials front end is corrected. Pretty sure I put the dash in the back end one. A little loosey-goosey with that, I suppose, but so what did that leave us? I think that just leaves us the debugging chapter or project. So if we go to debugging components and need to go back to for that to work. Open. Alright, here we go. Here's our start. First step, let's get rid of the package lock because we're just going to make a new one. And then we can just get the package file from, I don't know, let's say the back end. No, that's silly. Let's do it from video tutorials. Let's see. Move that here. Do the same thing with the Docker Compose, because the way that is how we want it. That. Don't think we have node modules. Yep. Okay, so let's install our dependencies. While that's going, I'll get the Docker images running. Okay. Run tests. We should see failures about UUID v4 or camel case keys. I'm not sure which one will happen. Cannot find module camel case keys. Oh, nice. This track came on. So the music that plays in the background, it's Harris Heller's Stream Beats, and I really dig this track. There's a lot of them, and I'm just playing them on random, or shuffle, I guess we would say. And this one is just really lovely, so I'm going to turn it up. Alright, so we couldn't find camel case keys, so that will be our first thing to correct. And that's going to be this annoying process of going through and fixing these. So in this case, we are in source aggregator, so up one takes us to source, which is where the camel case folder will be because we haven't moved it yet. So let's grab that. Video tutorial source camel case, and let's put that in source. Great. Let's put this into our system clipboard, even though I think it already was. I'll talk less so that the beautiful music can make it through a faker. We don't have any more. And we're just doing here some user at sample.com. This one will be a little bit different. I think we just have to go up one more. Oh, is the song over already? That's a shame. I could just put it on repeat though. Let's see, where are we? App admin, one up to app, another one up to source, so it'll be like that. So let's grab this and put it in the system buffer. Clipboard, I don't know what you call it. It's kind of like a buffer. Like so. Alright, let me turn the line down just a little bit for when the next one comes in. Public wouldn't have any of that. And you would right there. Neat. So that's that. And if I remember correctly, the components don't have any camel casing that goes on. So, in theory, that's it. Uh-oh, what did we miss? Oh yeah, the v4 stuff. So in that case, let's use Sublime for that. And make the font a little bit bigger. So this is wherever we have require UUID/v4. We want to turn that into require UUID.v4. It's like 21 file, 38, okay, fine. 38 of them. save them all. That looks right. But we also have at least one instance of V5 doing that. There we go. Save that one. Or just put in German character in there. There we go. That's saved. I think that's everything. I mean, I've thought it was everything before. Clearly it isn't. Oh, did I get the... Oh, no, I put the things directly in here. Oops. That's fine. So we'll just make their source camel case. And I want to move source camel keys to source camel case, the folder. There's also just a regular old camel case JS that goes there. And then it's the LRU one, right? Quick LRU, yeah, there we go. So quick LRU JS goes there. Great, let's run this test. Uh-oh. Does this one have that same... Yeah, okay, yep. This was embarrassing yesterday, and it's still embarrassing today. So, read. Get last stream message. What I find embarrassing about it is the inconsistency, because I don't remember changing that in the regular video tutorials folder. It was just, I believe, an API change with a version... Sorry, MessageDB changed is what it was. Oh, surely that showed up in the text. Hang on a second, we've got to figure this out. So writing messages, it wouldn't have been part of writing a message, but it would have been part of something. Subscribing to the message store is where I think it would have mattered. Managing the current read position, that sounds about right. Read last message. You know what? Maybe I didn't actually put the SQL code in the book. Get category messages. That's fine. So that's the projecting chapter. Man, I really wish I had an electronic version of this still that I could search. Source code for it's on a different computer though. So, alright, let's come back here. Table of contents. Putting data in a message store. So if we're just writing to it, that wouldn't involve the reading here. So, writing your first aggregator, handling asynchronous messages, idempotence, connecting to the live message flow. That sounds like the ballpark of what we're talking about here. So what do we do? Subscription doesn't exist yet. Handlers. Our query to increment the view count. That was fun, figuring out how to do a Postgres column. Like, making a Postgres column is easy, but knowing how to query it and increment it, that's a challenge. Alright, let's see here. Configuring our aggregator, having the home page application use the new view data. Coming to terms of data, duplication. Ooh, that part. So subscribing to the message store. Managing the current read position. Yeah, I think I just left out from the text. I mean, obviously, it's in the code if you want to read how that works. Because the focus was more on the constructs here that we wrote rather than the low-level interaction with the message store. Reading the last message in the stream, here we are. No, is printed with the correct thing in there, so I wonder... Alright, here is my current best theory as to how it was different in these different chapters. I originally wrote it back when MessageDB called it get last message. And then MessageDB incremented, and I only fixed it in one place instead of all of them. Still not good, but I don't know, that's my best guess as to how that all happened. Alright, what works? Okay, there's all of our test passing. Wow. Okay, let's go look at the top of this. Okay, we're going to just straight up add package lock. Now we can do git add patch. Looks good. Lint dependencies. Again, I'm not going to narrate all of these. That one includes ditching faker. And there's our get last message SQL change. I wonder if that variable name should be changed. Yes, it should be. But the challenge with that is, so if it shows up, that line of code shows up in the text. That is true. Get last message SQL. No, I do reference. Yeah, that stinks. On page 74, I mean, you can't see it. So let me narrate what's in a book here, because that'll be exciting. I show the snippet where get last message is, but then in the text of it, I actually reference the name of the function. So if I change it in the code, the name, sorry, not the name of the function, it's a snippet. If I change that variable name, then the code listing will say something different than the prose in the book will, and I'm not going to do that. I would hate coming across that myself. So we're going to stick with the variable that, in my opinion, now has the wrong name. So here's what it is. It is a monument. So debugging components is corrected. I believe that's everything that needs to be fixed. That's pretty exciting. Alright, I want to validate my assumptions here. And the way that we're going to do that is just navigate. We're going to pretend we are just downloading the code for the first time, and then we'll go in and run everything. So the way to do that, first, you'd hit first pass. I'm going to show off node modules. That would basically give us the state that this project would be in if we had just downloaded it. So what I tell people to do is hit npm install. Great, there's all that. And then we can run the tests. Oh, that didn't work. I know why that wouldn't work. Sorry, that has nothing to do with the code. That is because I didn't restart the... Alright, let's restart this over. rm-rm modules. And then we'd go to first pass. So you'd be here like this. You would run npm install. You would run however you want to start Docker things. I do it this way. That runs. Then we hit npm test. Now the whole one test passes. So, and then let's see, it was run start dev server. Okay, that worked. So then if we hit our browser, the state will change. We primed it with 3 there. I don't think any of these actually do anything yet. Yeah. Pressing that. Doesn't do anything yet. That's fine. All right, first pass works. Great. So then you get into the video tutorials folder and start working through it. I suppose I could just press the up arrow a couple of times. Right, because we're not in the video tutorials folder, so we wouldn't expect that to work, would we? I'm just going to close this for now. So, within video tutorials, we would do the same thing. I already ran the Docker compose file there. You run Docker compose, it loads the YAML configuration file. And then we can run the tests. Oh, right. So let's install the dependencies. Shout out to all my friends who don't do that their first time and say, oh yeah, I still got to do that. All right, that ran, so then we can start. Nope, that's not how we tell you to do it. It's be npm run. No. Yes, start dev server. And that error is because we have test data. So I'm going to restart this. I don't think I ever actually said, except for the testing chapter, we made a few allusions to testing here and there, but it wasn't like a main thing as we were going through the book. Alright, here we go. So I can record watching a video, so that should increment. I can register. It's great, and with that then we can log in. Great. And then we can go to the creators portal and upload a video. And when that shows up, we can rename this video. Neat. Go back home and log out. Okay, great. That's all we do there. So that one works. So let's go to the debugging components. I think I started this one with an intentional bug in it. That's why there's a separate chapter for it. Separate folder. And that starts on page 207. Alright, pattern the database with example data. Yeah, we're going to run with that. This brings up the admin portal. I forget what the thing was we're looking for in here. Okay, that's what it was. So the registration emails aren't being sent. So, actually I don't want to put that on top of there. So I was trying to get something to hold this book open so that I can type. Alright, so first of all, we make this as if we were just coming to this for the first time, following the directions in the book. Alright, that's there. So then npm run populate should work if we install our dependencies. Now it should work. Great. And now we can hit npm start. And we're running. Good sign so far. Reload here. And I think it's just admin we go to. Yeah, and we see there's all these registration emails that have not been sent yet. Oh, that is terrible. Whatever are we going to do? I totally do not remember what the issue was. Did we comment out a handler or something? That would probably be in identity. Right, send command, something amiss in here. Was it in the index? I'm looking for something commented out. I totally don't remember what the issue is here. So, oh, maybe it's because we didn't actually start that component. Let me check that out real quick. So if we go to config, now the send email component is there. Huh. So no one's logging in. Well, it suggests that send email isn't running. Okay. Okay, so if it's not running, then is it because in the index we forget to call start on it? No, oh my goodness. Why is that not running? I wrote this thing and I don't remember what the little catch was there. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's what it is. It's commented out. But it wasn't commented out, so does that mean I messed something up here? Oh, wait. No, it's right there. What was I looking at? Oh, right. Right. This just returns all of the things that we've configured and done all the dependency injection on, and these are the ones that will actually get started. So what we would do is we would hit that, and how did I run this? I did npm start instead of run start dev server. I want to make sure that works. Uh-oh, what do we have? Oh, I spelled it wrong. There we go. Okay, so now when we come back here and reload, those emails have all been sent. Okay, good. So that's that. And that's because I fixed the problem. So let's actually check that back out because we don't want to send that to the publisher. PragProg, great company if you've ever thought about writing a technical book. Seriously, check them out. They have a really good process. And for Fedora 2nd Edition, we're doing a lot of the work on there on the stream, so you get to see what it looks like working with them. But yeah, they were fantastic. I'm not just saying that because I want to do a second edition. It's just I really did enjoy it. We ended up getting paired with a development editor, and I was paired with Adobe. She was great. Talked me down from the ledge of quitting on one occasion. When you get those initial technical reviews in, like, it can be tough, but, you know, it's got to be a pro and push on through it. And that helps when you have a fantastic editor who wants to see the project succeed as well. So, there we go. All right, we're going to run the Docker container there, and this is where we need two things open. So let's see, you want to go to such software, and then fix book in the code, and then distribute tutorials backend. Remove the node modules. You would install them as part of downloading the book. And then we're going to say npm run start dev server. And that table is almost up now. So cd to the front end. Remove the node modules. Pad those installation stats for these particular packages. Not that some of them need that help. Run start dev server. Is that what I ran over here? I just want to make sure that's what I ran. I did. Okay, good. Alright, so come back to our handy browser. Now there shouldn't be anything in there. That's fine. Let's get back to the main application. We can record a viewing. The creators portal will ask us to log in, but we're not registered, so we should do that first. Man, the book that I really want to write these days would have such a better way of doing what we just did. So that's our fake upload. We can rename that, and good to go. All right, cool. Yeah, that's all good. Let's clean up after ourselves here. there's nothing there, so let's come up here and do this. What we changed? So we made the initial commit, we fixed the main project, then realized that then we did the data gen folder, which is what produces the file that gets consumed when you run the populate script. I realized I couldn't take node1 out, so I put it back in. And then there was one of the projects where we didn't have pug, so we explicitly required pug. We fixed the first pass folder, then we fixed the distributed video tutorials backend, the distributed video tutorials front end, and then the debugging components, and that's it. Alright, so cool with that. We can get back to what we used to be doing, which is porting the book's code to Eventide. I mean, I still have something I need to do here. I need to contact the publisher and send them the updated code. I hope this works, because when I talked to them, they said something about just like email us what changed, but there was a different process if a lot of things changed. That's what it was. These weren't big changes, but there were just a lot of small ones because we required UUID in so many places. There was a period in my life when I was running the Learn All the Nodes screencast series back in the day. And if you want to check out Learn All the Nodes, you can on my YouTube channel. I don't really put much stock in the way that I structured the application we were building in that. You learn, you grow. Anyway, but the website that I built for Learn All the Nodes, I got like crazy dependency injection happy, and ended up, how was it that it worked? I think it was that there was only one file in the whole project where require was used. And so I was dependency injecting things that weren't stateful, which I don't think makes a lot of sense anymore, but it was cool how it worked. It was just, that file was crazy. Actually, hang on a second, let me see if I can pull this up. I think I have it on GitLab, but I am going to switch to just my face real quick. So let's see, gitlab.com, I'll go log in there. Actually, I don't want to do this in Opera, so let me pull up different browser. Just signing in real quick. All right, there. I don't care. I don't have any secret projects in GitLab. Not that I know of anyway, so let me go back to the screen here so it's slightly more interesting for the viewers. One of these, I think. I thought I had this in here. Well, shoot, I guess I don't have it. That's fine. Oh, well, anyway, maybe I'll dig it up sometime and show it if I can find it. But yeah, I just, every require happened in one place, and so even for something like Lodash, it would be passed as a dependency injection thing. Just reminiscing about building that old website is fun. Mostly built it on a train. Going back and forth between my day job at the time. Well, I added there was a pro subscription, I think. Got like 6 subscribers at one point, so pretty exciting. Not bad, Dosh. Anyway, yeah, so if you were to go look at the Learn All the Nodes videos, I would say don't build it the way that it's structured there. Anyway, okay, so code done. I'll need to send that to the publisher. But let's instead try to figure out where we were in the whole porting process. So I'm going to close a whole lot. There's like 3 windows here. Yeah, I don't need that list anymore. Close shows you. I'll probably just open these right back up, but whatever. Alright, so that would put us there, that would put us there, and then I think it was... What did we call it? Was it Practical Microservices? Yeah, here we go. Huh. Well, here, let's see if we can figure it out this way. I don't know if you know, but... don't know if all of them, but from when I started doing it until now, Practical Microservices archives. So you can go watch the entire stream in all its glory here. So, let's take a trip back in time, shall we? So let's see, I was prepping for the meetup. These were failed attempts at doing what we just completed now. So, telemetry enabled write substitute, command, client, test, look a lot like handler tests, and more! Lots of talk about learning to program, because someone on stream was asking questions about that. Whoever you are, I hope you learn to code. You test Stack.js, that was a different meetup. Expanding the event had examples, beginning the account list component. Right, because at one point we were going to do like Monday, Wednesday, Friday was working on the porting, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays were going to be other things. And so the registered handler, let me click through to this real quick. That hat got so dirty. Okay, now it'll be session that's aware of the component, progress on the registered handler, ASP ditto. So I think we were working on the identity component is what that sounds like. Look at that, incomplete work. What did we do? Oh, look at that. Helpful message from the past. Add the client to send email component, and then refactor this to use that. I see, so we're going to go to the send email component and add we're going to make a client library for it. So if we go to Such Software, Practical Microservices, send email component, what do we have going on here? Had we started that? Yes, we had indeed. So, okay. I'm thinking of ending a little early today because do I really want to dive into something like this at this point? It is also possible that, let me switch back to myself real quick, pull up my old work log that I used to keep when we were doing this. So, let's see here, streaming, different approach to converting the code. Trying to think of something real quick. Can I just close this? I can't. Look at that. So then I can put this back up on screen. So this was the work log I was keeping from streaming. And so on May 16, different approach to converting the code. Great. This is all of that. Book code running, progress on the meetup prep. This is a terrible, terrible work log, by the way. This is not how I keep them. Oh well. We can start up doing it correctly going forward. So anyway, meetup prep, more progress on the same email client. You know, I'm going to take the versions that we did today, talk about what I'm pretty sure the meetup will be about on Thursday. You're taking the client test that ends up looking like a handler test because, well, like a handler, it writes some messages, contents we want to inspect. We also talked about OOP versus FP and getting first jobs in the industry. Okay, so I guess that's where we were. I don't think I ever made a visual of the whole system that we were working from. It was just kind of we would finish something and then go look at what else needed to be converted. So we had got to the application layer, at least partially. I remember we did something with Rails. What version am I running? We need to update that because 3.3 came out. I'm not going to do that on camera though. Okay, so let's restart the work log. I mean, pick it back up. It's not really restarting because I'm not going to make a new one. I know. Oh, that's funny. It's also a Tuesday today, but it's a different Tuesday. Today is January the 2nd. Yes, of 2024. And today this is bothering me doing this in Notion. I use Git for this normally. But the place that I was working when I started this whole streaming endeavor didn't want to use Git, but they compromised on using Notion, so I just kept using that for the stream. Whatever, I'm not going to change this right here today, right now. So, right, we completed, let's talk about what it is. Fixing the book's code. Well, there's not a lot to say. What interesting happened today? Nothing, so we don't need to give it a special header about finished fixing the book's code. I suppose maybe it's worth an indent plan. Set the updated code to prog, and then hopefully we can get a new download going there. That shouldn't be too hard to do, and so then also reoriented to the greater port. Let's see, let's do it this way. Porting the book's code to Eventide, reoriented to where we are in that process. Looks like we're working on the identity. Should I put that in backticks? Why not? It's really consistent however I do it. I think I've been doing that with the project names. So we're looking on the identity component. Specifically, we hit a point where we need the send email client. So we can do that. So I just heard a Slack message. It was like, where was that coming from? So identity component period, specifically to the point where we need the send email client. So we had gone into send email component. Come on. I don't like markdown things where it renders as you type, because then you get inside of something like that, and it's like, well, how do I get out of it? So we've gone into send email component to add that client, after which we intend to add that client to pull the client into identity component. That sounds about right. That's where we'll pick it up tomorrow anyway. It was a long time ago. I don't remember where we got to with all the Rails stuff and whatnot. But anyway, okay, yeah, I'm going to call it today, go from there, and then pick this back up next time. I'm hoping that will be tomorrow. I need to work that schedule out at work and stuff, but you know, it's what it is. And yeah, hope you're having a great 2024 still. Hopefully that hasn't changed after a day and a half. Yeah, talk to you next time. Until then, happy coding.